Wow, we are on a wonk. Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an update on my project pan. I believe this is month 7. If you can hear any noise in the background, I've got the golf on in the other room, so I apologise, it's quite exciting. Just an FYI, let me just get my iPad ready. Also, you may notice different view for the first time in a while. This is the other side of my room. I just thought I'd be a little bit different for once and focus you guys the opposite way around. It's been 6 months, I guess, technically. We're about to start my month 7, which is very, very exciting. And this month, my usages have been quite high higher than last month because I had less days off wearing makeup. But on the other side of things, my usage goals for some of my things are lower because I did that 5 looks 1 palette where I spent a week working on just 1 palette. So yeah, a few little things. So firstly, we have got this. This is my Giorgio Armani foundation, and randomly I literally just dropped this before filming this, so it's all mixed up, so you can't see any of the proper markings anymore. However, I do have the 2 markings. So my mark actually for this month is just underneath the second one, so I've used about the same amount this month than I did last month, which is understandable because I used it around the same amount of times. So yeah, we're still on track, I think, to maybe finish this by the end of the year, which is very, very exciting. So this month, I should also mention, I used that 17 times compared to the last couple of months where I used it around 12 times. Next up, we have got this. This is my Barbara Daily powder foundation in shade Warm Ivory. And the update is this. This is my update for this month. Now, I reckon I'll be able to finish this within the next week, which is very, very exciting. This month, I used this 11 times. I was expecting this to maybe last at least another month or 2, but no, already pretty much finished. So I am going to finish this month, obviously, but in this project, I am going to roll it out now because I know I'll probably be finishing this in the next couple of days, and it's basically a waste of a month having this discarded and having one less item to work on throughout the month. So that's the plan for this. Very, very exciting that I'm pretty much finished with this. If I can tell you guys, I actually bought this. I've got the date on my spreadsheet also. I bought this in 2014, so it's been around for a long, long while. And we've got this. This is my Nude Magic Beauty Powder, my other face powder I've been working on, and very excitingly, we are here. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious with the update of my Barbara Daily one that this one would be pretty much at the completion stage because there was a lot less of this left than there was the Barbara Daily one. So obviously there's only some scrapes left, so of course I'll be finishing this month too, but I am going to be rolling this out of the project today as well. So that is 2 products that we're going to be rolling out today, which is very, very exciting. Then we have got my NARS Orgasm. So if you guys remember, last month there was a pan that started appearing. This month the pan has got slightly bigger, and also another update is I can see a dip actually beginning to form, and this is the update of it is currently. So I am not going to be rolling this out yet because, as you can see, there's still a deep canyon towards where the pan is, and I want that to be more natural, so we will be keeping this in. So this month I used this a total of 26 times, which is the amount of times I will make up this month. So that's pretty standard. So then my final 2 products that I had from my original 10 are my Colour Institute palettes. So I think I mentioned last month that I wasn't going to concentrate on this palette. I used it once. I think I only used it once, and that was because it was part of my colour story for that week. I just randomly generated a number and this was in that. So there's no like update to really share with you guys with this, unfortunately. Then there's my other Colour Institute palette. There's no update on this one either. I have been focusing on these 2 shades this month. I've used this palette, or at least these 2 shades, or I've touched this palette 28 times. I don't know how many times that was for each shade, but that's how much I've recorded. So I don't really know how long it's going to take me till I hit pan, but yeah, it's a work in progress. So again, same as last month, I am just going to concentrate on this palette again, and maybe I will dip into one of the shades in this one just to keep it going a little bit, but mainly I am not going to really work on this one any longer. Sorry, I'm trying to reach my table, it's so far away. Then, so in, oh, we forgot one. Oof, that was close. Nearly forgot to bring one of my items into the play. Then in June, I rolled in this palette. This is my Blush Nudes Maybelline palette. I rolled in the 10th shade, which is this shade here. So I feel like there's maybe a bit more disturbance in here. I used this a total of 6 times this month. Nothing to write home about. I tried to dip into it a little bit more, but still it's kind of hard. It's not like one of my most pigmented. It's really hard to pick it up, and not really my go-to shade of colour. So yeah, work in progress here. Then in July I rolled in this is my Sleek Au Naturel palette, and I rolled in the shade Toast, which is this orange shade here. And now I feel like the dip is slightly bigger now. I do feel like there is more of a dip, but we've not hit pan yet. I don't know how long it will take because I've obviously not hit pan on these yet, but I feel like it's gonna have to happen sometime. Like, I've got more of a dip than the shade right next to it, which I thought was a big dip. So yeah, work in progress here too. That's like the story of my life with these currently. And then last month we rolled in the Rose Matter lip product by Jeffree Star, Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Rose Matter. I should probably say that correctly. I didn't really take a picture of this, and I don't have a wearing scale that is light enough for this. I can see a couple of windows in here, but they were there last month too. I've used this 7 times though. That's how many times I've used this. I don't currently have any idea of how long I'm going to use this for. If I'm going to use it until I finish it, or if I'm going to get to a certain usage number. Haven't decided yet. I'll see how this month goes and what the progress looks like. Right. Then we also had body lotion. I rolled in prompt 13, which was body care, and I rolled in my Intimately Beckham body silk lotion, which is like this. So I marked where I was last month, and this month I am literally just underneath it. I used this only 6 times this month. I slacked. I just forgot. I'm not surprised I forgot, but also it was kind of annoying that I kind of forgot. I'll try my hardest to pick this up more this month. I'm someone who just forgets to moisturise her hands. I'm just not a big moisturiser, I guess. I really need something to like remind me to do it. Then last month we also rolled in this, my Chromated palette by Jeffree Star. This was the palette I did my 5 looks 1 palette on for, and funnily enough, none of the shades that I rolled in for that project were the shade that I am actually working on in this project. So I have used this 7 times, and the shade I rolled in is RIP, which is this shade up here. There is, obvious signs of usage. I mainly use this as a like eyeliner vibe, so yeah, not really much of a usage goal here happening. I used this 7 times only, so yeah, a long way to go with this. Those are all my products, but we also, last month, I started a new thing where every month I'm going to roll in a new palette or single or selection of singles. And last month I rolled in the 7 advent calendar eyeshadow singles from NYX. there was an advent calendar a few years ago that had 12 of these. So I got 7 in one set and then 5 in another set later on. So these were the first set I used that are in my spreadsheet. They're separated, which is why they're in 2 sets. Otherwise I probably would put all 12 together, but they were used in a weird order. Anyway, Seoul, Rome, Manila, Milan, Cannes, Addis Ababa and Stockholm, they were the shades. I used them all once apart from, no, I used them all twice apart from Stockholm, which I only used once. My bad. I feel bad that I kind of left that one out, but I ran out of days in the month. What can you say? This month, the palette I am going to work on, I already chose it. I did this offline, or I did this before I filmed this video for some reason. I don't know why I didn't do it on camera, I just kind of forgot. But I got ahead of myself and I already rolled in the palette. And the palette I'm choosing is this. This is my Sunset Horizons palette by Beauty Bay. And it looks like this. So a very colourful palette. It's not something that I would wear on a daily basis, but my goal is to use all of these at least once, and then, I don't know, choose a random number to select the shade for the next other 5 days or so. But I feel like 25 days is about the average amount of times I wear makeup throughout the month. So I think if I can get through each shade once, then I have hit my goal and that's all Gucci. Yeah, I think it's going to make some really interesting looks this month. Pretty excited to be working on it actually. So next up we have now got my rolling in for my new products to replace my 2 powders. Even though they're not technically finished yet, I know they will probably finish within the next week. I'm currently filming this on the 6th of September and I reckon I'll be finished with them throughout this week. So I'm saying it's okay to roll them out officially, but still work on them behind the scenes. So this month we have not got anything that we're going to leave out. We're going to roll in all 926 items in my spreadsheet, and we're going to roll 2 numbers. So let's see, we've got 481 and 512. Okay, these are both going to be eyeshadows. I know that much, which is going to make it a little bit troublesome. Maybe I shouldn't have rolled in eyeshadows. Okay, let me go and get the eyeshadows and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I have got the palettes. Let's talk through the shades. So first up we have got 481. So that is number 92 in my La Roque palette. Now this is funnily enough 2 shades before the shade that I rolled in earlier this year. So you can see That is the shade I rolled in earlier this year, which is the 94th shade. This is the 92nd shade, so I will be working on its sibling right here. I found that really funny that it's so close. So yeah, this shade here, it's kind of like a sandy brown, I guess. Really easy shade to use as a transition shade. I know how like easy these are to pan, so I reckon this won't be too bad to work on. That'd be good. I'm happy to work on any of these shades because there are 120 of them. I'm always happy to be working on a shadow on in here. Also because of the fact that on my deco panning, which I'm doing offline, I'm working on that 94 shade too, so it means I can hit two birds with one stone at the same time. So pretty pleased with that. Then next up we have got my Modern and Renaissance palette. This is probably enough the eye palette that's right after the Lorac palette in my spreadsheet. I mean, that makes sense because it's 512, which is very close to 481. But the shadow I have rolled in is Vermeer, which is the third shade in this palette, which I think will be relatively easy to work on. To be honest with you guys, it's not a bad shade at all. It's gonna be easy for like an inner corner, a topper shade. I think it can lighten up any look. This is what it's currently looking like. Usage wise, I think I've used this like maybe 5 or 6 times before in its history. Because these are quite crumbly shadows, I feel like this could be relatively easy to complete. So there we go. These are all of the palettes I'm going to be working on this month. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 palettes. Maybe, oh no, 7 palettes. Oh, so there we go. These are all the palettes I'm working on this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus my Colour Institute palette number 1, which I may work on this month or I may not work on this month. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, that is a mammoth amount of products to work on for my eyes. I feel like the rest of my collection is going to get sorely missed out on because I'm going to probably focus on these ones a little bit more because there's a lot of eyeshadows to work on. That's 6 out of 10 products. I think going forward, starting from next month, I'm gonna make it a rule, I think, not to work on more than 5 eyeshadows at once. So if I roll in a number that is an eyeshadow, I will just re-roll until it's something else. Just because this is going to be pretty difficult to work on, and I feel like the usages may be a little bit lower this month because there's more to work on. But I hope you guys enjoyed my update. I thoroughly enjoy it. I really like watching these. I like filming these. I like doing these. It's so like satisfying just to see like the progress, like taking pictures every month and seeing how different everything looks. It's been really fun. I've really been enjoying it. But yeah, I'm gonna head off. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is getting darker here. It is, what, 7:30 at night now. Maybe, hopefully, I'll have maybe an eyeshadow done. I don't know which one it would be. Maybe my sleek one. Maybe I can get this one out of the way. Because I mean, they're at the dip. It does look like it's getting quite big. But other than that, I don't really know or think there will be a drastic update next month. But we shall see. We shall see how this next month forms. Yeah, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye guys.